What's happening, everybody? So today I'm just going to try something a little bit different. It's just something I'm trying to add into the mix, not taking away from my normal lives. I'll probably do another one a little later today. But I wanted to share with you a little bit behind the scenes of me just working on stuff. Let me just show you a little bit behind the scenes. So I'm just going to pop out my screen. So there's my my StreamYard. So I'm going to just show you kind of how I am creating AI content. I'm not going to be really on camera during this, but I'm just going to be showing you kind of this setup right here where I am generating a whole bunch of images. And let me just show you what I'm actually doing. So I have all of these images that I'm creating using a model that I created of myself. I used a replicate and a Flux LoRa that I learned from Matt Wolf. If you go to the checklist, which is, I think it's actually, let me just double check. Yeah, it's on this list, AIprofitchecklist.com. If you go to that checklist, then you can go ahead and grab the link to those things and instructions, as well as actually in my Discord right here. You're welcome to grab. Ooh, that's not my Discord. That's China. It is. It is my Discord. But I give you some instructions on how to create these types of images, like these ones that I did with the sign with my face on them, and how to reverse engineer them. I just want to kind of like show you my process of how I kind of schedule these out, and then I end up scheduling them onto platforms like this. There was these ones that glitched because of Blue Sky that was glitching. These all did post, just not on the Blue Sky for a couple days. I didn't realize. If I click right here, see it didn't. I think I tried. See it says like Blue Sky didn't work, so I had to fix the API password for Blue Sky, and now that's fixed. So and look, it's actually posting one right now. It's like magic. Look, just posting it right now. The idea is that I'm going to be able to take these images like this that I have that I created and whole bunch of different kinds. Some of them are a little better than others, but they're generated with AI. And I just really just do kind of like a go through them. My goal right now, if I go right here, my goal is 180 of them, and I have 105. So I need at least 75 more in order to do this properly. So I think I'm going to add in a couple more of these streams where I'm not really on camera. I'm just sitting here. It'll be like muted. I'll just mute my mouse and my mic and just do some work and kind of show you what I'm doing. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be going through, see if you could even see what I've been doing in this chain. I'm just kind of remixing the same type of post and giving it, maybe if I want a few little tweaks here and there, like some of them I had them standing in front of a wall, some in front of just like a wood board and stuff like that. I can show you a couple more of these examples that I have here. Some different variations. See, there's like me in front of a wall. That's a different angle, different cut. Like there's like a wood fence, and it puts the text right there. Some of them actually came through with the actual URL in them. Some didn't, which is okay. But see, the ones that have the URL in them, people will be able to see this post, and they're going to be able to go to this URL because it's very easy to remember and very easy to spell. So if they go to that, it just goes to my landing page right there, and then I can start collecting emails and names. And that's kind of the whole aim of the game, is to be collecting emails. I am going to go ahead and just kind of mute myself for a little while. So I'm just going to go here and I'm just going to mute myself and put some music on for everybody, and then just get some work done, and you could just see what I'm doing and what I'm, just so you get an idea of what I'm going to be accomplishing right now is I'm going to increase the amount of these posts that I have here, all these images, to at least 180. I'm going to be creating another one of these just like this. See, I have this one for single images already. So I'm creating all of these, but for another 180 days. Now you could just start posting these at the end, or you could stack them on top of each other and increase the amount of things. But a lot of these actually have this URL burned in, just like this. So in these ones, I won't actually need to worry about this as much, just because it's going to have more opportunities for people to see it without it getting like stupid click-through rates. So what I do here is actually I would go to my template one that I have here in the front. I'm just going to make a copy of it, duplicate, and now I give it a different, update the name of the tab. So it's, let me just go here. So it's with my other one. I'll bring it. So it's called single image. I'll rename this. Let me just copy this, actually copy this title, give this a slightly different title. Single, let's call them wall images. So there we go. Okay, single wall images. So all we really need is this first one right here. It says single image, and I want to make sure that this is scheduled. And now I can delete all the rest of this. And let's make sure that this date actually shows today's date. And I do find that when you click this, it messes it up. So I actually want to adjust the way that this is written here. Let's even look at what time the single one was posted. That was at 10. So let's make sure that this is later in the day. Maybe let's call this, or even have some of the other ones. Let's look at what the reels are posted at like 8. This is 10. And then we had the text ones. They're posted at 13. Let's call it, why don't we call this 16? Let's go just so it's different. And then I'm going to change this to, let's call it tomorrow's date. So I'm just going to switch this to 1. And let's say the 21st, so the 22nd, and it's 25 now. So there we go. So now that is our date right there. So if we compare it to like even the other ones, like here, the other one, see if it's the same, 24, 12, we have our date. So now what I'm going to be able to do is when I want like this date to continue, all I do is like drag that, and look, it starts at the 23rd, 24th, 25th, so on until the next month, and it starts off on the next, but it's all at the same time. And I always like these not to be on like exact minutes. So I like, how about 13? There we go. Okay, so then we have our titles and our captions and all this stuff that we're going to be able to figure out shortly. Let me just show you. And the media and links, but all we're worried about is title, caption, really just caption in all honesty, or title, and then medias. So, okay, what am I going to do? Let's get to work. So I'm going to mute myself so you just understand that I'm filling in this form, but I'm just getting all of my content first. So I'm just creating, and the reason why I'm not just throwing this into a pile is because I don't want these to be right next to each other. So you'll see my reasoning before we're done here. I'm going to mute myself and get to work. Queuing up for some reason. So what I'm going to show you now is really what I do for the next step. I'll just show you kind of like what I have in this other one, sign images. I'm just going to grab this title, Jonathan Graffiti, I'm just going to call him. So let's go to this first one. I'm just going to paste it that same type. Just call it Jonathan Graffiti 1. So what I'm going to do is I want these to all kind of be separated and stuff like that. So what I do now is I just drag this in here, and now I have my number 1. Then I go over to the next one. So I still need like over 61 more, but now I can kind of just go through these one at a time. So the idea is that I don't want every day to be like right next to the one that's very similar. So I'm just going to grab this next one that looks very different. I'm just going to grab this title here, and this is just my organization system. Now paste this, now 2, not 12, 2, and then I can just drag this to the main folder. Now I have 1, 2, and this is just going to go in order from like the first one that's going to be posted to the second one, and so on and so forth. And now I have this one, so I could skip down to the third, and AI pays me $1,000 daily. There you go. So I paste this now, and this is going to be 3, and I just go down this whole entire let AI. So I've already gone through all these, so I don't need to like overthink it. Let's drop the next one. Okay, there's another one. And some of them the link's bigger than the others. It doesn't really matter. But you can see how easy it is for me to just really quickly start filling out my list of 180. Because and I'm just going through each one from each folder, and once I get to the end, hopefully I'll actually have some more. Hopefully the replicate's not lagging on me again. But see now, like I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that was the last one, which is that one. Now 7, Super simple. Super simple. 8. And these will definitely be like my first 8 or first row either way. And even if I mix them in and they end up going like to a different order or anything, it doesn't really matter as long as they're not all just the same looking ones right next to each other. There we go. So let's check in on this. Replicate real quick. Okay, so see, I don't know why it took forever for that to generate, but it did. But now I have another one. See, earn passive income with that didn't even with AI comment yes to start links kind of. These aren't as so it's like burly bright, hard to read, but earn passive income with AI comment yes to start now, so on and so forth. So I only really got like 2 good ones out of that one, but it's fine. So now I can just download that again. And why don't we just go through this whole entire thing since I started this process, and then we'll be able to start another round afterwards. And remember, the one thing that you need to do, like whenever you're doing this, the goal is to really just get people to your landing page. And when they get to your landing page, they're going to opt in, and you just want to give people opportunities to know about your landing page. You can't give them an opportunity to discover who you are. You've done this, so this is a really easy way to automate these posts. These are cool looking posts, you know what I'm saying? There we go. So now I got that, and we got this other one. I can shrink this down again. So let's go back to creating more because we are still about 61 short from our minimum that we wanted. So it seems like the generation's taking a little bit longer than usual. Usually doesn't take this long, but it does say it's warm. That means that people are using it, so it doesn't have to rev up the model. On average, I'm getting maybe like 2 to 3 good ones from every batch of 4 that I generate. I technically could do more, but I just kind of am remixing my prompt each time. A couple more of these generations, and I'll have all 180 that I need. And then the next step that I usually do is I'll put everything into that form, and then these ones don't necessarily need to have like a custom text to go with them, so I'll just generate a bunch of text to put into that form, and they'll just go out with each one. Put in the new prompt, start generating that. AI leads that make you money. Run. And then what I'm doing here again is I'm just going through the ones that we just saved. Well, that's next batch is generating, and see which ones are good out of that batch. AI brings you leads on autopilot. Comment yes. AI profit checklist.com. It's just my landing page. Same thing. Oh, brings to get the URL on that one, but AI brings you leads on autopilot. Comment yes to learn more. AI profit checklist.com. Good. Okay. And then AI brings you leads on autopilot. And that one has some weird text in it, so I'll delete that one. So I got 3 out of that one. So now I only need what is it? I need 16 before. Now I need 13. And this is generating this other one. It is just going really slow right now. And you can see I'm generating like a month's worth. And I've been using this quite a bit already this month so far. I've heavily been using this month, generating a lot of images, and it's been under $10 in usage. So for this model, it's been pretty good. If you do like me doing some more of these videos like this, where I'm kind of just showing you what I'm working on, and not necessarily just like preaching to you while I'm doing it, let me know. I like to make sure that I'm putting on content that you like to watch and that you're getting value from. Let me know. Let me know. So cool. All right, I'm going to mute it again and make sure you got some music going on, and then I'm going to get these last generations on, and then I'm going to show you a little bit. We're going to finish organizing, and then I'm going to show you how I put them all into the sheet. All right, so I think that I'm going to probably wrap up this work session right now. But just so you know, what happened here was I was counting the numbers that I needed, and it was counting the folders that it was in as well, which is kind of funny. But I need to generate a few more to get me to the 180, and I'll probably throw a couple of them in here. Just keep. The reason why I do it this way is I want to keep things looking like they're not exactly the same type of photo. They're similar, all this really sexy AI looking guy right there. Yeah, where is that extra shadow coming from? Look at that in between the legs. Where's that? Legs are not. That's a huge gap. But the idea is that they're all going to get posted, and then I'll put them into that Google Sheet, and then I'll be able to export it as a CSV and put it right into Radar. And so I'm going to do more of these over the shoulder, just working and not necessarily just narrating everything that I'm doing type sessions. But I'm still going to do my regular sessions. I have like 135 maybe, so I need like another 50 or 45 that I need out of here, and then I'll be able to fill this all out. I'll get to 180, and then after that, I will go and I'll fill this out, and I'll probably wait until my next live to do. I'm just going to do this all during the lives, so you can just follow along if you want to just hang out with me while I'm working on it. I'm going to do more of these sessions where I'm just showing you what I'm doing and not really. I'm not trying to put on a show when I do these lives. I'm trying to just help you so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So what I'll be end up doing is creating all of these links. I'm using Dropbox to do that, and I will just create all these links for a few more minutes and kind of like go through all of these. I want to make sure that I'm close because I want to have 180 days worth. I could do more if I want to, but again, what I'm going to end up doing is just posting it onto a sheet like this, where it's just going to be able to upload into Radar just by doing this all once. So I get all my photos and I schedule them out, and then I can schedule them out to multiple platforms all at the same time, like magic.